Hey guys, it's me Garrett, back again with another video, and today we finally have my finished LEGO Fuel Outpost on Ryloth. So we're just going to take a quick in-depth look at this, guys. There will be a showcase with music and pictures within the next couple weeks, but today's just going to be a quick overview of the MOC, and I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts on how this went. So the story with this MOC is that there are Death Troopers and other Imperial forces like stormtroopers who are basically capturing this crucial crucial rebel outpost. It is a fuel outpost, and they want to obviously take it over for, military reasons and to get more fuel. So let's start over to the left here. If we start here, we're going to see some fuel canisters and some piping that leads up through here and into the building. And there's also this same pipe design on the inside, so obviously the fuel is going to go into there. So I actually liked how that turned out. And then obviously you can see, I actually built this MOC snot technique. So if you look at the side over here, you can see all the bricks are laid on their sides, and then obviously there's modified bricks to hold all the plates and the building up. So I thought that turned out really good. I actually liked building the sand this way. It was pretty fun. So then if we take a look over at the sand, you're just going to see I mixed in some dark tan and some other, tiles to just make the sand have a better aesthetic. And then obviously I left some of that snot technique exposed. I think it just made it look pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments about that. And then if we come over here, there's just going to be more piping and a antenna, just kind of like a little radio station for, incoming transmissions or whatever. So I thought that turned out pretty good. One thing you guys might have noticed is there's these lights here in front of the building. So there's 4 sets of 2, and I think these turned out pretty good. I basically just put them into the modified bricks, used like the flick fire missile piece, used these Technic dark gray pieces, and then these orange, transparent studs. And I thought that turned out pretty good without using real lights. I think it gives a nice aesthetic, and it looks pretty good. So then, obviously, before we get into the actual outpost itself, these 2 death troopers out here in front, they are escorting this Rodian now. Obviously, he's probably under arrest by the Empire now. And obviously, you can see there's another rebel trooper getting escorted out inside the base. So let's take a look at the base itself and the roof, and then we'll get on to the inside. So if we look over here, we have some dark gray in the front. I just thought that if I did the whole base light gray, it would just kind of look weird. So I basically put like a stripe, and with some of these dark gray 1x2x3 slopes, I believe. And I thought it turned out pretty good. And you can look at this side as well. Then if we look at the roof, I'll just give you guys a quick overview, and then I'll actually show you how I did the roof, because I was I'm very excited to show you how the roof turned out. I thought it turned out pretty good in my opinion. So obviously we have this stormtrooper here shooting down this rebel trooper. This canister or crate has fallen over. The contents there's nothing really in it, but I thought it just looked good to have it over. And then if we come over here, there's just a couple other canisters. And I actually liked how I built this. I built this out of a dark tan round plate there, 2 dark gray, round bricks, and then this inverted, tile thing. So I thought this turned out pretty good, and they kind of just sit like that right on there. And then there's just a couple little things more greebling. This is kind of like a valve or whatever, but I don't really know what it does. I just thought it looked good there, so I put it there. So let's take a quick look at the roof off, and then I'll show you the inside of the outpost. So here's the roof. You guys can get a better look at that. I thought this turned out pretty good. Obviously, the roof is snot technique as well. So basically, most of this build is all snot technique, and I actually thought it turned out pretty good. So you guys can get a better look at these landing pads. Basically, if you take this off, it is on just some studs there, so you can just put it back on pretty easily. And the way it sticks on is actually it overhangs on this side and on this side. And then there are 2 Technic pieces. You can see one there and one there. And the roof just sits right on there, and it goes in pretty well. It is a snug fit. Obviously, there are a few gaps, as you guys can see. But overall, I thought it turned out pretty good. And I did like how it looks. Alright, so as you guys can see, I've turned around the MOC just so you guys can get a quick and better look at the inside of the base. So the first thing you might notice are these spots of dark gray. I thought these fit pretty well because obviously I wanted to make the Outpost look like it's a little old and there's some wear and tear. So I thought this dark gray looked pretty good. Obviously there's some on the floor and some on the walls, so I was happy with how that looked. If we come over here, you can see that piping, the same kind of piping we had out front, and the same on the other side here. So then if we come down here, there is obviously another stormtrooper, and this is what you guys saw before, but he's escorting this rebel trooper out of the building. Obviously he has now captured him, and I thought that came out pretty good. Now before we outro the video, I do want to show you guys my favorite part of this MOC. So as you can see, there's a few crates here, and if you look carefully, there is a rebel trooper hiding behind those crates. So this is probably my favorite part of the MOC, just because this rebel trooper is like the last line of defense. He's the last one on this base who has not gotten captured, but none of the Imperial forces actually know about him. He's kind of just hiding behind these crates and just kind of looking out. You know, maybe he's thinking like, oh no, all my guys are captured. What am I gonna do? So he is just that last line of defense, and I thought that came out pretty good. And this makes for like a really cool shot. Like I like this, just this cinematic shot here. It could be pretty cool. Definitely will be in my video in a couple weeks. So I was definitely happy with this. So that is pretty much it for the MOC, guys. Just a small MOC I made for the Empire Log build competition. And let's head out to the outro of the video, and I'll tell you guys what's going to happen next. Alright guys, so that was the in-depth look of my latest MOC, this fuel outpost on Ryloth. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and definitely look forward to a lot of MOCs coming on this channel. I plan to build a lot more. This was basically just sitting on my desk for a few weeks and I hadn't made a video about it, but now it's finally here. And one more thing before I head out, definitely look out for the showcase video where I take a bunch of pictures and you'll put some epic music to the background. I think you guys will enjoy that video as well, and it'll give all the cool cinematic shots that I took of this MOC. So with that said, my next MOC is undecided yet. I have no clue what I'm going to do, but I will take this apart, sort these parts back into my collection, and then probably just start building. But if you guys have any suggestions, definitely feel free to leave them down in the comments below. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, obviously, if you enjoyed the video. And subscribe if you're new, because I have a lot of content coming out on this channel within the next few months. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.